Are you planning a move to Arizona for retirement? Watch this video. I'm going to share with you the most important things that you need to know before you move to Arizona for retirement. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm Kelley Norton. I'm your AZ Realty lady. I'm a Valley native and a real estate agent of over 22 years right here in the Phoenix area. And today's video, I want to help those of you who are thinking of maybe retiring and being what we call a snowbird out here in the Phoenix area. I help a lot of folks that either retire out here or they move into a retirement community, what we call 55 and up or age restricted. So one thing to know is that there are some communities where 45 and up is acceptable. So that's the first thing that you need to know. Now in Sun City Festival, it's 45 and up. Other communities, if you are married to someone that is below 55 and above 45, that is also acceptable. So different communities, they have some different rules, but for the most part, you can kind of plan on 55 and up with the occasional 45 and up. Now let's talk about amenities that some of these retirement communities have. Another important factor to know is that some of the amenities are only for the residents, where other communities you have the opportunity to bring in family or friends, even if they are under the allowed age limit. So for example, out in Victory at Verrado, this is located out in Buckeye, their amenities are strictly for their residents only, or you can have a friend join you, but they do have to be above 18 years old. You cannot have anyone at the amenities that are under 18 years old because they can use the amenities in Verrado. So Verrado is an all-age community, and Victory at Verrado resides right within that community. I hope that you're enjoying the video thus far. Again, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady. I'd appreciate it if you would click the bell. That way you'll be notified when I put up new videos. And hey, subscribe to my channel if you find the information useful. Video's not over, so let's keep it going. Now, I think this one is super important, so pay attention here. Now, if you're planning to move to Sun City, which Sun City is very popular, and for a long time, that was really the go-to place. Now, Sun City is its own city, but a lot of people see it as a community as well. So there's Sun City Festival, which is in Buckeye. There's Sun City Grand, which is in Surprise. So you have a bunch of different Sun City communities, and they're in different cities, but then you have the city of Sun City. I know, kind of confusing. One important thing to know here is that you are going to have an assessment when you close on anything that is affiliated with Sun City. So this is going to run you about $3,000 at close of escrow as a minimum. So pay attention to that. If you're out looking at properties in Sun City, just know at a minimum you're going to have an assessment right off the top at closing of at least $3,000. So now let's talk about a CFD. The way that I can break it down for you is there's a grant given to the developer in the very beginning, whether that be the builder or a separate developer. So they're given this grant money to make the community look amazing. So a lot of these communities where you see water or you see all of these golf courses or a lot of vegetation, oftentimes these were developed with CFD money. So then what happens is that charge is then turned over to the homeowners. So you'll have that in the form of a tax. And most of the builders now, builders or communities, this is actually divided out in your taxes. Now, it used to be where it was just a lump sum. You can either pay it at closing or you can have it broken up through your taxes. But for the most part now, you'll see elevated taxes in some of these areas. So your taxes might be a little bit more than what they would have been if you were outside of these really lush communities or outside of one of these active adult age restricted communities. So one of the questions that I've gotten from some of my folks that are wanting to move to the active adult communities is they said, what about the golf carts? So they heard that golf carts drive around everywhere. You'll see in Sun City there's a lot more golf carts than you'll find in other cities. However, it is getting a little busier, guys, so be super careful. The golf carts are great within your community because you can go from your house to the workout area or to the restaurant or to your social events or to pickleball, and use that golf cart to kind of get around the community. But when you're talking about major travel to like a grocery store, it is getting a little dangerous for that because we do have a lot more people on our roads. There are some communities that do have built-in golf cart garages. So a lot of these new construction homes, you'll see these out in Estrella Mountain Ranch. You will see these out in Victory at Verrado. You'll have them out in Sun City Festival. And I think you'll even get these out in Asante Heritage Active Adult Community, which isn't a surprise if you're not sure. So you can have a separate little golf cart garage, and some people that don't have a golf cart will just use it for storage. Now, another one that will have a little bit higher buy-in, a little higher fees at closing would be your Trilogy series. So Trilogy by Shea Homes, they are more of a resort style luxury type atmosphere. You are going to have a higher buy-in. Now, I have more detailed videos on some of these communities that are really going to break down a lot more of the information. So this is more of a high level, just kind of give you some real important tidbits and questions to ask. So of course, if I'm the realtor that you choose to work with, I will break all of this down for you. We'll sit down, we'll have a meeting. We can have, a lot of folks are not here in the state when we start the conversation. So we'll certainly walk you through everything that you're gonna need to know. And I wanna find out what your needs are, because you might not want the resort style type community, the country club atmosphere. So you might want something that's a little bit more simple with a little less expensive HOA and be more in that low 100 per month versus something that's going to be, you know, 200 to 500 a month for your HOA dues. So if you're looking for something that's less expensive, we have Asante Heritage out here in Surprise, Arizona. Now, Asante Heritage is an active adult community that has just your main needs. So they have sports courts, they have pickleball, they have a clubhouse that you can play cards and do social events. They have the swimming pool. They do not have the golf course. They do not have the restaurant. So Trilogy, you've got golf courses. Victory at Verrado, you've got golf courses. You've got restaurants at all of those, happy hours. They have cafes and bars. So you don't have that in all of them. So again, finding out what your needs are, and we can certainly find something that's really going to be tailored towards your needs. Most people know that we have a Mayo Clinic out here in Arizona. But just in case you didn't know, we do have two locations for Mayo Clinic, and they're both in the Scottsdale area. One is Northeast Phoenix off of the 56th Street exit and the Loop 101. If you're familiar with the Desert Ridge area, it's just minutes from Desert Ridge. The other location is going to be in Northeast Scottsdale off of Shea and approximately 125th Street. So if you're familiar with Fountain Hills, it's before you enter into Fountain Hills. So I know medical and hospital medical care is very, very important for most of our folks out here that are looking to relocate and use this as a retirement home and maybe even as a second home, and you want to make sure you have good health care. So a lot of these communities do have major hospital facilities within just a few miles of the communities. But if you are moving into some of these areas that are newer, they're either currently being developed or they might still be a few years out. So if it's something that's very important to you, I can help you know exactly how far it is from the communities that you may have interest in. Now, if you're looking for a community that's newer, then there's a lot of different options. We have several of those out in Santan Valley, Casa Grande, you have some in Maricopa, we have new construction out in all of the West Valley with Buckeye, even Wickenburg, Surprise, Peoria. You also have Goodyear with Estrella Mountain Ranch having their own. So just remember, whether you're looking for resale or new construction, we do have both options out here in Arizona. So it really depends what you're looking for as far as, you know, do you want to have something that might be a little less expensive, but you have to think about maintenance. So in Arizona, your roof, if it's an asphalt, not ash, asphalt shingle roof, they usually are going to last anywhere from 20 to 30 years. I would say most of them last 20 to 25. It really just depends on how well it was taken care of. And then your tile roof, as long as that tile, which is the decorative portion of the roof, as long as you've replaced the broken ones, or if one slipped out of the way and you made sure that you maintain that roof, the underlayment part under the tile should last you 15 to 20 years, sometimes longer, but usually you're starting to see that you're going to need a roof replacement at that point. So you might think, okay, well, I only want a brand new home because I want to have warranties and I don't want to have all these expensive. Great point. But sometimes you can find a home on the resale market where you save on price and someone's already replaced the air conditioning, somebody's replaced the roof. In Arizona, our air conditionings, I would say usually 8 to 15 years. It really depends on the brand and how well you maintained it, if you change your filters, if you get it serviced. So, you know, there are shelf lives to these things. So just things that you want to think about. Another really important topic, a lot of my seniors ask about solar. So with solar, I like to put you in contact with someone that I wholeheartedly trust, because what happens is a lot of these guys are just, and guys, ladies, whoever, are salespeople. And their goal is to just sell you the product. And what you don't think about as the consumer is, what happens if I have to replace my roof in 5 years and I just put this solar up there? Guess what? You're going to have to pay to remove the solar. So I've heard that it can cost several thousand, like over $5,000 to remove and put the solar panels back on. So that's not something you want to be doing if you've just spent a bunch of money on solar. And the company that I trust is actually going to check out your roof and make sure that it makes sense for you to put solar on. And here's the other thing, how long are you going to be staying in that home? Because if you're only going to be in the house maybe 5-10 years before maybe you have to go to a care facility or move in with family, it might not make sense for you to pay all of this money for solar. So it really is more of a long-term investment, because it'll take a little bit for you to see that return on your investment. Well, I hope that this video kind of got your mind spinning a little bit and helped you think about things in a different way when you're coming out to Arizona for your retirement. Again, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady. The best way to reach me is to call me or to text me, and we have the information on the screen. And feel free anytime. You can also comment here on the video. I would love your feedback. And if you have any questions that I can help answer, put it in the comments. Thank you so much. Have a great day.